High blood pressure is one of the silent killers. Really, they say people don't realize when their blood pressure is high. And it doesn't always matter your age. A lot of women who are pregnant, like within the month or two before they give birth, can really, their blood pressure can shoot up or can drop down. And even after they give birth, you know, and I'm just talking about, you know, experiences I know of. And that is sometimes that even after you give birth, that can make your blood pressure go up or go down. And so to know your blood pressure is the key. And that's what this is. It's called the Advocate because it truly is an advocate for you. And it's a speaking wrist blood pressure monitor. $31.40. It comes in a case. So you've got a case, a plastic hard case to keep it in, but that case actually comes in handy for when you take your blood pressure. And I want to bring in Denise Repko because once again, she comes from a health and wellness background. She knows these health products. Her family's been in that business for decades. And Denise, welcome back. Good to have you with me again.
Thank you so much, and you're so right. It's called the silent killer, high blood pressure, because nearly half of American adults have it and don't even know it. And if you have been diagnosed with high blood pressure, it's recommended that you use a home monitor to make sure you can keep tabs on it. And this will store up to 90 readings that you can bring to your doctor's office, and it interprets the reading for you, it speaks to you, it's backlit, the numbers are big, and it really is so easy with just the push of a button.
That's true. Let's talk about what this does. And I always say, I don't necessarily feel comfortable taking my blood pressure when I'm on air because I've been running around, I've been talking, right. I ate before I came on the air. You know, it's like best to take your blood pressure when you're relaxed. Isn't that right?
Right. Well, we actually ask that you don't do a live reading when we do presentations because you are supposed to follow the same protocol as you do at a doctor's office, meaning you're supposed to sit quietly, sit calmly, uncross your legs, do not talk. And with this monitor, you put it on opposite a wristwatch, not on top, opposite. And then you let it do its thing. You push the button, and for about 35 or 40 seconds, it will register that reading. It talks to you through the process, or you can go into your settings and have it go on silent. But what it will do is take systolic, diastolic, the date, the timestamp, your resting heart rate. It comes with batteries included, by the way, and all you have to do is push the power button, and that's the button with the circle there. If you're scrolling through your memory, your readings, you've just got, you can scroll through and see that there are 90 there. But it's backlit, meaning it's either going to be backlit in the color green, which means it's a good normal reading, yellow, which is a pre-hypertension reading, or red, which is hypertension, which means you need to get in touch with a medical professional immediately. So those are the colors. See how big the display is? And the American Heart Association the American Heart Association changed those guidelines a little while ago. So you don't really know what the normal range is. And to be quite honest, my normal blood pressure reading might be completely different than your normal blood pressure reading. So we don't have to be a nurse or a doctor or a professional to interpret it. Look at the color, and then the numbers will store. And it gives you your resting heart rate as well. And this will even give you that battery indicator if your battery's starting to go dead. So it couldn't get easier, it couldn't be easier. When women turn 65, they are at higher risk for high blood pressure than men. As we age, our blood vessels lose elasticity. That could be a contributing factor to your high blood pressure. Genetics, your diet, what meds you might be on. Do you smoke? Do you exercise enough? So many things can tell you, you know, what is going on with your body by the use of a monitor and not just by looking at an individual.
This isn't my blood pressure, but I went to the memory button. And when you were saying it will take 90 readings. So you can see right here, it came up red for whoever did this. I'm going to just keep pushing it. Well, that one I don't know about, but anyway. But you can see.
You have it on, Mary Beth. When it's on, you shouldn't scroll through the reading. So just turn it off.
Oh, I see.
There you go. And then you can scroll through the memory. Hit the memory button.
Okay.
And then you can scroll through, and then it won't keep talking to you.
And the thing is, if you don't want to hear it, let's say, let's turn that off. if you don't want to hear it because maybe somebody is sleeping in the same room, that kind of thing, you can turn the speaking off if you want to, right?
That's right. Yeah. It comes with a booklet. You could just go into your settings and turn the speaking feature off. And speaking of speaking, this will speak to you in either English or Spanish, so you can choose and select. But all of the critical information, so when you do say be your own best advocate, pun intended here, be your own best advocate, because our cell phones, our dashboards of our cars, our microwaves, our refrigerators have better diagnostics than the human body do. We don't have anything, but you can use something like this to tell you what's going on and give you that critical information.
What are some of the things, I know it's nice to use the actual little pouch that it comes in, or the case, because you're supposed to have your wrist similar to where your heart is, like on the same kind of plane, basically. And so if you look at my body, you can see right here, my wrist is right about where my heart would be. Also, like we said, it's really good to do it in the morning, before you've eaten, before you drank any coffee, you know, before you've kind of done much of anything, because then you really are very relaxed, etc. But anyway, all of that information comes with it. The key here is $31.40. I've bought several of these because I've sent them to family members. I've given them as gifts. And that's what I think you can do for you or someone else, that you can say, hey, you know what? I think you're gonna need this, and this is a good one. This is a really, really good one. Denise would never bring one to us that wasn't a great one, so keep that in mind. In the meantime, it's V46456. Denise, thank you so much.
Thanks, Mary Beth. Have a good weekend.
You too.